This video is going to describe how to utilize the SLA Facilitator Resource Hub so that it can maximize its effectiveness for you as a facilitator. So first you're going to access the Facilitator Resource Hub. It should be bookmarked. If it's not, I would recommend bookmarking it because it's an easy way to access everything that you need for a facilitator. So you open it up, it's going to look like this. The site is currently under construction, so it might look a little bit different when you open it up, but generally the layout is going to look very similar to how it's described here. So you have this page where there will be a Facilitator of the Month winner posted here. So we have those drawings every month. And then you have some quick links to things like the Google Drive so that you can access the Google Drive folder and maybe some of those facilitator resources, such as even these how-to videos are located there. And then also your Google Drive folder where you will upload all of your materials as a facilitator. There's links to Workday, Navigate, the supply reservation form, and many other things that you may just need a quick link to. There also is a facilitator calendar which describes when we have breaks and when hours and things are due. There are six headings besides the home page that have different materials inside each of them. So if you click on each of those tabs, they will have a navigating this page option, which show you all of the different resources that are within those major subheadings. So if you're looking for something specific in one of those subpages, you can just find it and you can just click the link to access that content from those navigating this page areas. So this is where we have a lot of our training. Again, a lot of this is from the previous semester as I'm filming this, so if it looks a little bit different, that is okay. So that's where you'll access a lot of those pre-semester trainings. So core procedures such as attendance, observations, weekly checklists, those can all be found here. So the attendance spreadsheet, the template, missed-session emails, weekly checklist, observation, how-to procedures, and things like that are all going to be found in this area. All of the links should work by the beginning of the semester, but if you ever run into any issues where something says that it's not available or you need access, please just reach out to AJ or to your peer mentor so that we can get you access to that. Reaching out by text is perfectly appropriate in these type of situations so that we can get back to you as fast as possible so that you can access those resources. We have things like missed session emails and things like that that just need to be modified to best suit your course policies. We also have the weekly checklist, which are very beneficial for facilitators. These will tell you exactly what's happening in each week and what things you need to get done so that you don't have to worry too much about whether or not you are doing what you need to be doing as a facilitator. You can just use these checklists as a guide. Additionally, we have lots of materials for planning support, lots of resources to actually plan those sessions. So we have those planning essentials, we have planning inspiration, supplies, first week planning support, remote operations, and then exam review resources. So depending on your situation and what you're looking for, this is going to be your go-to place for planning, inspiration, and things like that, or just kind of like how do we run our sessions in the case of something odd happening, like it being remote, or it being an exam week, or it being the first week. So I'm sure a lot of us are watching this at the beginning of the semester, so this first week session plan is going to be super helpful for a lot of new facilitators of just like, what do I do that first week? We're not covering content. It gives you an idea of what can you say at the beginning of that session when you're in lecture, introducing yourself along with the professor. Just kind of like some things that you can touch on. You can use this verbatim or you can edit it if you want to, just using this as an idea of what types of things should you say when you're introducing yourself to your students. The pod meetings tab is going to have lots of different contact lists for the leadership team, different pods, different disciplines, and then just in general contacting people within the department. You are also going to be able to access the facilitator of the month form. I don't think it's going to be a Google form anymore, but this is still where you would go to access that. You can see your pod assignment, who your peer mentor is, and then also look at the previous topics that we talk about in those pod meetings. And then if you need to contact somebody or you just kind of want to see who our leadership team is, you can look at the facilitators by the pod they're in, and you can also look at facilitators by the discipline. just to communicate with the other people besides your peer mentor and besides AJ, just to really like get to know everybody. You can meet the peer mentors and you can meet the content leads here. So the peer mentors, you can just see we are all willing to help everybody, even if you're not in our pod, we're all very willing to help. And you can also see the content lead information here. So the content leads will have their major subject areas that they are primarily responsible for helping out in, but they also will have the other areas that they're able to talk to, and then their office hours as well for what times that they're able to meet with you to help plan those sessions. And then some might say that this is the most important part, but when do you get paid? How do you look at that schedule? So you can look at the fall 2025 and 2026 payment schedules just to kind of see when you're supposed to be paid and when those workday hours need to be put in. You can also have a link to workday there as well. Last resource available here is resources for students. So you might want to give these to your students before or after an exam, or just kind of like include these in your sessions occasionally. The final major resource is the how-to videos under the training materials, which may be where you found this video. So there are going to be many, many how-to videos here. Lots of them are not filmed yet and uploaded. You can find all of them on our tutoring center YouTube channel, but there's going to be a lot of quick links here about how to do different things for SLA, how to set up recurring emails, how to set up a Factile slash Jeopardy activity, how to use the Airtable base for activities and things like that. So this is going to be a livable resource. You can also search for things if you can't find something. So if you have any questions about the Facilitator Resource Hub, please reach out to your peer mentor or to AJ.